Hey there everybody, it's Captain Media here coming back at you. It's been a while since I have done a video. I know I'm so glad you guys stuck around and hung in there. Times are crazy, COVID stuff going on, 4 children, whole lot of craziness in the house. Sports, it's just nuts. So I kind of let it fall off the wayside, my YouTube content, but now we're back. We're going to start ramping everything back up, and I'm going to start bringing you guys quality reviews so that way you can be informed and make smart decisions before you purchase things for your stream, content creation, what have you. So thank you guys for hanging in there with me. I appreciate you guys being here for me, and let's get started with today's video. So today's video is geared towards streamers and content creators who are ready to step up their game in the webcam department. Now I know this is going to be a confusing video because from the title it says, I think you shouldn't get a webcam for a streaming camera, but I want you to hear me out. If you're a new streamer, you're brand new to the stream, you got a limited budget, I would definitely recommend a webcam. I got a couple other ones good in the channel. Go ahead and look through the videos, find some of those and see if they work for your stream. Hopefully you get some good stuff out of them. I'm talking to the streamers who have had those lower end webcams and they're ready to step their game up, and they're thinking about getting a Logitech Brio, Logitech StreamCam. They're thinking about getting, anything in the $200 range. So as you all know, anybody who's been in my stream, I stream with a Logitech Brio. It is a high quality webcam. I super enjoy this webcam. It has done a lot of good stuff for me. It has gotten me to dabble a little bit into 4K content creation. It's been really good and it's done me a solid. However, now that I know a few things, this should not be what you guys are upgrading to. You should not be upgrading to a Brio. In my opinion, you should be upgrading to a GoPro Hero. So I love webcams. They do a great job. They're interfaced perfectly for a stream. They do a good job. They're plug and play. They're easy to set up. And they're great. They're great things to use. They're great for streamers to use. Get yourself out there. But we all know that the holy grail for streamers is we all want that DSLR. We all want to get up to the mirrorless cameras. We all want to get the high production value kind of stuff. And we all want it. I want it. You want it. We're going to get it eventually, right? Right? So why would I tell you guys not to get a webcam and get a GoPro? So a couple reasons, and most of it is monetarily it makes sense, and for the growth of your stream it makes sense. So first off, out of the bat, let's talk about the Brio. So the Brio from Logitech is a 4K 30 frame per second webcam. You can utilize and unlock more potential with this, and if you use the Logitech camera utility, you're allowed to open the field of view, because this field of view goes from 65 to 73 to 90, and those are the 3 fields of view that it gives you for like standard, wide, and ultra wide. One of the negatives that I have for the Brio is that its color mapping isn't exactly like the rest of its webcam lineup. So you have to tweak the colors on this a little more than you do other cameras. But all in all, for a high-end camera, for a high-end webcam, this is a good buy. I do recommend people get a Brio. But if you in the future see yourself using a DSLR or a mirrorless camera, don't get this. And I'm gonna tell you why. This at the zenith, at the top of the price hike for quarantine, was $250 for this webcam. Right now, currently, the MSRP on this is $200. For $200, you can get this webcam. Okay, so we'll set this down and we'll see this guy. So this is a GoPro Hero 7 Black. We're gonna pretend today that it's a GoPro Hero 4 Black. So you can go on eBay and find a GoPro Hero 4 Black for $60 to $100 used based on its condition. If you're patient, find the right one, get it, you're gonna be good to go. So you can get this for $60 to $100. So in worst case scenario, we'll say $100, you get a GoPro, right? All right, so this GoPro can't just directly plug into the PC. The newer ones can. I still don't recommend you do that because you're not unlocking the full raw feed from the HDMI. You're not getting the full potential of the camera. So that means you have to purchase, in conjunction with this GoPro, a cam link. So a cam link is made by Elgato. This is a cam link 4K 30. So this will support resolutions to 4K 30 frames per second. With this card, you will be able to continue to use this if you decide to upgrade to a DSLR. if you upgrade to a mirrorless. This cost is already eaten up for you. You've already purchased this. You're ready to get rock and roll. So, in my opinion, for a streamer who's upgrading from a webcam and they want to go to a nice webcam, I'm going to say don't do it. Do not buy a Brio when the options for a 4K camera and cam link, you're going to pay a $30 difference depending on the price that you pay for the camera itself. If you can find the camera for less than $100, it's less than a $30 difference. These qualities are similar, but this quality is better. And this also allows you to open the door and be ready to rock and roll when you have a DSLR or a mirrorless camera. So a couple of other reasons that I would not do this is when you're trying to do content creation, right? We all want to take that webcam. We all want to make videos for YouTube. We all want to make, stories on our Instagram, on our Facebook, whatever, what have you. This is tethered. This is tethered to your machine. So your creation station remains your streaming area. Whereas with the GoPro, you can go wherever you want. You can make a completely different studio. You can make a completely different setup from where you stream. And you can go outside. You can do whatever you want to do with this thing. This can go anywhere. You can start vlogging with this if you wanted to start a vlog on YouTube or wherever you would vlog to. This becomes a much more versatile content creation machine than this does. And while I do like this webcam, and I'm going to continue to use this for starting soon screens and other stuff where I'm going to be tethered to my machine, this is the go-to. But for my actual stream, my main camera, this is the guy I'm going to be using from now on. All right, so now on to some of the technical reasons why I would pick a GoPro over a webcam. So this webcam, the Brio, it is able to do 480, 720, 1080, and 4K. So in 4K, it does 30 frames per second. In 1080p, it does 30 and 60 frames per second. In 720, it does 30, 60, and 90 frames per second. And 480, I believe it's 720. It's 30, 60, and 90 as well. So it does have a field of view, 65, 78, and 90 degrees. It's a really good webcam compared to a camera. This guy does 4K and 30 frames as well, but it also does it in 25 and 24. So those of you who want to start getting creative and making more dramatic and more filmic looking videos, 24 frames per second is the way to go. Right now I'm shooting in 30 frames per second, so you get more of a live feel, but not too long from now I'll be doing some more filmic stuff for everybody. Then you go down to 1080p, and that's where it gets crazy. So in a GoPro Hero 4, not a 7, this is a 7. We're just using this as a stand-in. A GoPro Hero 4 Black, you're going to be able to do 4K in 30 frames per second, 25 and 24. 1080p is in 120, 90, 60, and then a whole slew of numbers in between 30 down to 24. So lots more frame rate options, lots more creativity centered options. 720, it's even higher. The frame rates are out of control. The field of view on this, so the lowest field of view that this thing has is 78 degrees field of view. And then it goes up to 107 degrees in field of view. And then it goes all the way up to 133 degrees of field of view. I don't recommend using that because you kind of get the fisheye effect. That's more for action sports. You have it on the car and you're going really fast and it's hard for everybody to tell that there's a fisheye effect. It just looks like a really big landscape. That's what that's geared for. But the wide and the linear setting for these surpass what a Brio can do at its best. This, technically speaking, is a better content creation tool than this. And for spending an extra $30 on something you were gonna buy and you could get this instead, I would 100% recommend this combination. It's gonna take a little bit more setting up, but the beautiful thing is that this is really not going anywhere and this becomes your webcam. You set it up once and you forget it. We all know when you shut your PC down, you got to go back and reset up all the stuff you have on this, all your color filters, all of your focus, your exposure. You got to reset all the time. On a GoPro, nope. Set it once, then you're done. You set it and forget it. I know that's coining a previously used phrase, but don't care. So, when it comes down to brass taxes, this is a good option. This is a better option. So we're going to put up some side-by-side footage here, and you're going to be able to see the difference between the GoPro and the Brio. So right now we're taking a look at the Brio itself. And don't get me wrong, the Brio, it's a really good picture, crystal clear. I have the settings set up perfectly. The exposure is set correctly. The colors are set correctly. It took me a long time to figure out how to get that working on the Brio, but once we got it, it became a science. It became a whole lot easier. But you can see here as we transition over to the GoPro is, you're able to see more detail, but able to see more detail in the beard. The picture just looks cleaner. It looks clearer. The GoPro is going to yield you a much better result because the sensor, the actual imaging sensor that is on the GoPro, is more than twice the size than what is on the Brio. So, you know, the bigger the sensor size, the more light can get on it. The more light can get on it, the more detail that can be picked up. So, from a technical standpoint, you're going to want to be picking up a GoPro and not a Brio. So, I hope this video was helpful to you guys looking to upgrade your webcams. I appreciate you guys sticking around to the end of the video. Don't forget that I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time over on Twitch. Also, if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and leave a like on this video. You can always hit the subscribe and the bell icon so you don't miss any of the new videos that I have coming up. So future videos are going to be me setting up this GoPro. I'm going to have some stuff on a Elgato Wave 3 microphone and how to set it up in OBS. We got some good stuff coming down the pipe, so make sure you check back routinely. So until I see you guys next time, game on.